What's up, everybody? It's Sonic Bro here, and now I just got out of the theater for watching SHAZAM Fear of the Gods. So now here's my full review, so let's go. So before I get in this review though, the original plans of the DCEU was that SHAZAM was actually supposed to come out after the Flash movie, because in the Flash movie it's supposed to be like when Barry Allen, aka the Flash, is messing up with the timeline and everything, which changes a lot of things. And that's gonna be the reason why that movie is going to be the last DCEU movie, and it's actually the reason why it changed the suits in SHAZAM, even though the director confirmed it. So, with that out of the way, let's get into this video. I'm sorry I didn't say that in my other video. I probably should have done further research. A little recap from the first movie, though, in case if you somehow haven't seen it. Billy Batson is a 14-year-old boy from Philadelphia who meets a wizard and receives the power of the gods, making him the champion. But there was a demon champion named Savannah, and him and Billy fight. Another thing to mention is that Billy is a part of a foster home, and he becomes best friends with one of them named Freddie Freeman. And he ends up sharing his powers with the foster family. Savannah goes to jail, and bam, that's basically SHAZAM 1. But now on to SHAZAM Fear of the Gods, which is the sequel. This movie is about when the daughters of Atlas come to our realm to find a seed that'll help grow a tree of life. So while also using the staff in the first movie as one of the weapons, they also plan to destroy humanity because they're villains, so why not? So it's up to the SHAZAM family to stop them. That's the basic plot of this movie, but as this is a spoiler review, I gotta go more in depth. Billy Batson feels like he's not much of a leader. He's suffering from something called impersonator syndrome, and he feels like he really needs his foster family for help whenever they're gonna fight crime and stuff like that. Like, he doesn't feel he's doing his job as a leader. Also, it turns out that the wizard from the first movie didn't die. Oh my gosh, huh? Because in the first movie, we all saw him like what's it called, like die, like crumble in ashes. We all saw that, right? And another little thing is that Freddie meets a girl at school named Anthea, and they really like each other, but turns out she's actually one of the daughters of Atlas. Oh my god. But she's kind of the more peaceful one, I guess I can say. But when the daughters of Atlas and the SHAZAM family start fighting and everything, what happens is that the daughters start to form like this mystic dome around Philadelphia, which is where the SHAZAM family lives. And the events that occur around this movie is that the daughters of Atlas find the seed to grow the tree, but apparently in their realm it's all unnatural and everything, and the roots grow all over Philadelphia, while also birthing a bunch of like monsters and stuff like that. So it's up to the SHAZAM family to go fight them, of course. Toward the end of the movie, Anthea is technically Anthea is mostly on the SHAZAM side. So what she does is she tries to convince her sisters to see if they can try to stop all of this. Calypso, who is the middle one, is like, meh, let's just kill him. Who's with me? Hesperia, who is the older one, is like, you know what? Nah, I'm getting tired of this. But then she gets stabbed by the dragon that's in control of the middle one, so yeah. And also, Anthea gets her powers taken away, which means she's no longer one of them. The end result of this movie is that Billy and Calypso fight in the Philly Stadium because it's where they planted the tree. Also, Billy and Hesperia decided it would be best to shorten the dome where it's only around the Phillies stadium because the plan is that Billy is going to use the staff from the first movie to kill Calypso and the dragon, but Hesperia warns him that it's also going to kill him too. Basically, everything that's going to be in the dome it's going to destroy, meaning him and Calypso, the dragon, and the tree, basically. So, yeah, they fight, and Billy dies. And also Hesperia is like connected to Calypso because she's still like one of the daughters with all the powers and everything. And the other doesn't die though because of course she doesn't have the powers anymore, so yeah. But this is where the movie gets crazy though, because in the end where they decide to bury Billy, Wonder Woman comes back. Yeah. So yeah, Wonder Woman comes back, uses the staff to resurrect Billy basically. And yeah. Honestly, I'm just glad that Gal Gadot is still going to be here in the DCU as Wonder Woman. She's a really good Wonder Woman actress, so yeah. I'm very excited for the future of this. I don't really know what to say further than that. But yeah, she basically brings Billy back to life, and it just kind of ends there. Anthea lives peacefully with the Shazam family. The Wizard's having his own good life, and yeah. That's basically where the movie kind of ends. But there's also the post-credit scenes as well. Like, there's these two random people that were apparently ordered from Amanda Waller, who, by the way, in case you don't know, who helped form the Suicide Squad and who helped Bruce Wayne form the Justice League. And the lady is talking with Shazam, and she's like, would you like to join the Justice? But she gets cut off by Billy because when he automatically accepts it because, of course, he would want to be a part of the Justice League. But turns out that's not what she was going to say. She's asking, but the lady was actually going to say the Justice Society, which is from the Black Adam movie. The second end credit scene is when Savannah and Mr. Mind, the little worm guy, they are going to start hatching a plan to take over the world and stuff like that. Well, that's technically the Shazam sequel for you guys, to be honest. But let's talk about the pros and cons about this movie. Let's first talk about the pros. Like the first movie, this movie is really funny. Like, I feel like at a couple parts of the movie, I felt like it was a little more funnier than the first Shazam movie. I'm not gonna lie. Something that's mentioned in here is how basically Billy's biological mom and dad left him, so he's kind of holding on to his foster family because he's never really had a real family before, and every single foster family he's run away from, this is the foster family where he stays. So basically, that's why it was really emotional when Freddy knew that Billy was gonna die. One of the running jokes in this movie is that both Billy and Freddy really like older women, and it's like because Billy's crushing over Wonder Woman, and Freddy likes Anthea because we learned that she's actually over 6,000 years old. But I mean, hey, in Avatar: The Last Airbender, Aang is 112 years old, and Katara is only like 14. And they're dating, well, at the end of the series, basically, and after, but you get the point. Also, the suits look really cool. I don't really have a further comment on that, to be honest. Also, I just like the overall story, though. It's a fun superhero movie with comedy and drama, but now let's actually talk about the cons. It's barely close to being better than the first movie, but as a sequel, I was very impressed. The only thing that confused me the most is that how the wizard is still alive. Like, I'm pretty sure he was explaining it in the movie, but the thing is, though, I think when he was explaining it, my brother was trying to ask for a piece of candy, so I didn't really hear him. Rude, am I right? But even logically, we saw him die, so like, huh? Also, the villains are cool, the Daughters of Atlas, but their names are kind of forgettable. I literally had to search out their names for this video. Not to mention that there's a clear age gap between the sisters. Like, Hespera is like the more older one. She's basically like elderly and everything, while Calypso is like middle-aged, close to old, and Anthea, who looks like maybe early 20s, like late teens. But I guess it makes up for her and Freddy's relationship, and I'm kind of cool with it actually, because I actually kind of like their relationship, not gonna lie. Also, it's maybe just me, but the fact that like Darla, who is like the little sister, gave the unicorns like Skittles, like okay. Like, sure, they need, like, rainbow, they need, like, to eat, rainbow stuff, like, to trust someone, but, like, sure, like, the Skittles slogan is, like, taste the rainbow, but it's not, like, an actual, like, rainbow and everything, you know what I mean? But I don't really mind it, because, like, it makes up for the comedy, basically saying, like, if this movie had a sequel, it would be, like, taste the rainbow, mother... Thing, though, as much as I did like the Wonder Woman showing up and everything, is that Warner Brothers actually showed a little teaser of Wonder Woman when it was supposed to be a surprise, actually. So, having Wonder Woman in the movie when she was already spoiled in the trailers, it didn't feel as exciting as it should have been. Like, it's supposed to be like a major part of the movie. It didn't feel like that as much because like how Warner Brothers just decided to tease it like that. So yeah. But all in all, I do think that this is a great movie. I'll give it an 8.3 out of 10. I do really like this movie. It's a fun superhero movie with comedy and drama and emotion. I do think that this movie had a potential to be as good or even better than the first movie, but the first movie was an origin story, really good comedy, good story, and the plot makes more sense, probably just because, like, the wizard is back to life and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But honestly, that's all there is to talk about. So, if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And follow me on Twitch if you can. I've actually been live streaming Apex Legends for a couple of days, so If you want to see me play some more video games, make sure to follow me on there. So I'll see you guys next time.